What's up, everybody? Welcome to Queens Public Library. I'm Ralph McDaniels. Today is our live, 3 p.m. every Tuesday. Make sure you log on to queenspubliclibrary.org for more information about programs just like this. Hopefully you're following us so you can get the notification when we do go live and find out about some of the other programs that are going on. I do mostly hip-hop programs, and we talk on the live about cool stuff that's going on. We're right in the middle of our I guess the holiday season, so we call it It's Time for Kind. So do something kind for someone. Open the door for somebody, hold the door for someone. Just let somebody know that you care, and don't ask for anything. No strings attached. All right. Wine glasses up. What's going on? And just do something kind for somebody today. And just keep it moving, nothing extra. I don't want nothing for it. If somebody says thank you, that's cool. I'll take that. But, we're not asking for that. It's time for kind. And that all runs through the whole, through the end of the year here at Queens Public Library. So, if you come into Queens Public Library, you can leave little notes in the lobby area, or you can do some artwork at some of the other branches. Just cool stuff that you can, give to someone, and check on our elderly, because it's getting cold out there, and sometimes we don't know what's going on in the community and they not be paying attention. So just check on the elderly. And if somebody looks like they're having a tough time, just say, hey, I hope everything is all right. You gotta be careful out here though. This is, it's a tough time. People are feeling a lot of stuff, mental health, and folks are going through things. People get depressed around this time of the year. They start thinking about their loved ones, and all kinds of things happen. So, just be mindful of what's going on in somebody's head, not just think about what's going on in your head. That's the key right there. Hey, what's up, Rel Hughes? What's going on? All right. Sunflowers, what's going on? And I think Yusuf might be here. Yusuf, if you're here, just say what's up so I can make sure we got you to go live. We're gonna talk about homeless situation a little bit today. And big up my man Barbito. Sorry, it's reversed, but Barbito Garcia, and he has a book called Aim High, Little Giant, Aim High, written by Barbito and illustrations by Estefania Rivera Cortez, and it's called Grow Our Game. And it's a new book out. So I like to highlight some of the hip-hop books, or books that are indirectly hip-hop, especially when a guy like Barbito. Big up to Barbito. And then there's another book that I've been looking at. And hold on a second. This is called After Dark by Noel Henkin. And big up to Noel. And this is the story of disco dance parties in New York. And I've talked about this a lot of times in my travels, that there were other discos other than Studio 54 and some of the big super discos that were frequented by Blacks and Latinos in this community. And this book kind of goes into that in depth, and the promoters and some of the people that were behind some of those clubs. And when people think of the group Chic came out of these clubs before they went to the big clubs, and the big became a international known group. But they were doing shows and kind of getting their sound and their look together in some of the clubs that are talked about in this book. Noel Henkin, After Dark, great book. Let me see if we can get Noel to come on here and talk about that, maybe around the new year when people are going to do their thing and go party hopping and all that kind of stuff. All right, let's see. We can get my man Yusuf White. Yeah. Sunflowers. Thank you. This is Queens Public Library. If you're just checking in for the first time, we do this live at 3:00. And go to about 4:30. There you go.
Sorry about that.
What's up, brother?
How you doing, brother? Peace.
Peace.
It's great to talk to you.
Pretty loud where you at?
Yeah, let me try to adjust that, because
Yeah, see if you can find a little quiet space because we're gonna talk about some
Yes,
serious
sir.
stuff. I want to hear you. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. You sound like he's in school or something. Uh-oh. Are you losing you? You sound better over there. Wherever you at, you sound better.
Okay.
So you
Is
good.
this better?
Yeah, much better. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great. Sorry about that, guys.
No problem. No problem. So, we've been talking about, before you got on, I was talking about the holidays and people go through things during the holidays. It's always a tough time because people have lost folks. People may not be where, they want to be, in whatever situation, relationship, financially, whatever the situation may be. And it's always a tough time. And then there are others that are homeless or just can't quite figure out what their situation is. And you're here to talk about a film that's out right now.
That's
Did you
right.
direct or produce? Tell me a little bit about what's your involvement in the film, just so we can get that clear.
Well, the way it started, Ken Miles, the director, and myself, I was going through a personal issue myself, and I was actually directly involved with the homeless struggle myself. And the director and people from Heat Makers, they never knew that I was going through this situation because of the way I carried myself, the demeanor that I had, the outlook on life. I always had a positive outlook. I always smiled and always tried to help others. So once I gave the information about what I was going through, they began to help me, and then they wanted to archive the steps that I was taking and, try to help other people have a positive outlook on tests that you may be going through, whether it's the holidays, whether it's a time period that someone special left you in your life or they passed away or whatever. We're all going to have tests. So, just be prepared for the test and come up with a game plan for a solution so that you don't fall by the wayside. So we archived that right there in Queens, New York.
So it focuses on immigration as well, right?
Yes, it was, because American Immigrant is the title, and there are a lot of immigrants that are here that come from other lands to get great wealth and great success here in America. But there's a group of people that are immigrants that are Americans, and that's the displaced African American men and women here in America, because there's no reason why we should be homeless, because we fought for our dignity, our rights. Our ancestors paved the way and patented everything that you could think of that was invented here. There are 15 million empty homes in that Fannie Mae has here in America. So I don't understand. It behooves me why they won't give the veterans or give the ancestors from the slave descendants, the proper respect that they're needed. And that's food, clothing, shelter.
So in the documentary, and tell us the title of the documentary again.
Say again one time.
I said, tell us the title of the documentary.
Yeah, the title of the documentary is American Immigrants.
Okay. So in the documentary, you said you go on a journey with yourself and others, or just
Yes, I interacted with different people that were going through the same struggle. I interacted with people that were going through drug issues. I gave them tools. I gave them positive advice. I tried to help them guide their way away from danger. I helped them get their paperwork, their credentials, their ID. And I just was an ear for people just so I can listen to them, because a lot of people, nobody listens to them. And that'd be the biggest problem with people. They have no one to talk to, no one to vent to. And once they vent, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's a weight off of their shoulder, and they can move a lot better. So I just try to be the ear for them.
It's funny you say that, because I was thinking that before. We're in the middle of it at the library. We have this thing called Time for Kind, and it's like, do something nice for somebody. Don't ask for nothing in return. It could be anything. Could check on the elderly. It could be just hold the door for the lady come in the in the building. Whatever it is.
That's right.
And don't expect anything. because you know when you do good things for people, it helps your self-esteem as well. That you don't
Yes,
even
it
know
does.
sometimes you're going through stuff, you know, and we all go through
That's
something,
right.
you know, we all go through something, and sometimes you know you stuff it down, you know, especially the men, they don't want to,
Yeah.
you know,
You suppress it.
you know, and
And
so
we're all going through the same issues.
yes, yes. And so I feel like, you know, this is a great time for this documentary. I don't know how long it's been out, but I know that you had reached out to me. And one thing about you is that you always put light on people that might not be getting the light that they deserve. You know,
Thank you.
what makes you want to be that person? Like like why? Because some people be like, I don't care, you know?
Um, I read a book called The Stories of the Prophets, and it describes all the prophets and their attributes. And one thing that I read that had a correlation that was a common link, all of them did something that they thought their God would be pleased with. They never thought about this self. They chased blessings because the blessings is what's going to get you to the next stage when you pass away.
Mhm.
So I have a tendency to think of others before I think of myself. And I know that pleases God. And some people may say, you know, I'm a sucker for love, or I love hard. But that may be one of the main attributes that God blesses me for, because I've been through a lot of tests and I'm still here to talk to people and give knowledge and give love to them. So
Yeah.
I won't stop.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, you know, and I understand, you know, what that is. Because sometimes, you know, I can be the same way, you know, and some of my friends might say, okay, stop with that, you know, and I'll be like, you know, I can't help it. You know, that's who my spirit is. You know,
Right.
that's just who we are. We're not consciously thinking I'm gonna walk out the door and help somebody today, but it just happens, you
It
know.
evolves that way, and it's not done in a granular fashion to be seen famous amongst men and gin. That's a good guy right there. I'm doing it only to please God. God sees it, and that's the most important entity in the universe that I want to see that. So if
Yeah,
somebody else sees it, maybe I can encourage them to do the same.
yeah. And so let's talk back about the film. So you know, well, let's take a pause for a second. So in this city right here, we're dealing with a lot of issues. The mayor has, you know, trying to deal with the mentally ill, the subway situation. You know, some folks don't want to go to the shelter. They're like, nope, not going there,
Yeah,
and they find shelter wherever they can. You know, and you know, people go, oh, you're not supposed to do that. But when you're in that situation, you don't know what you're gonna do. You know?
yeah, yeah. Um, a lot of people have to use rationalization. And like I said, you need food, clothing, shelter, something to safeguard you from the elements from the outside. And New York City is a lot in that ability for you to have that. So you can put yourself on a timetable, get a job, put your money to the side, get yourself a room and get on your feet. A lot of people don't want to keep it real with themselves and address their mental health issue or maybe their drug addiction or their alcohol contents. So you got to take it in chronological stages. And you have to really think about self and take care of yourself. And without that, you know, you're going to be left to the elements, and criminal behavior has a way of creeping into your life, and you don't want that.
I mean, but how do you get? Some people do not want to hear what you just said. They want to do their own thing. How do you deal with those type of? I mean, there are people that'll stay outside, and there'll be a shelter right down the block, or not even a shelter. Let's say somewhere where they could stay, and they would rather stay outside because of whatever reasons. How do you approach that? Like from a person that's just walking, a layman just doing that. What do you say to a person without offending?
Well, first I would have to weigh kindness to a person is through their stomach. So I would invite them to a meal, and when they're finished and they're nourished and they feel the energy of the love of the person that's speaking to them, I'm just going to give them some cold hard facts. Like, look, if you go to this particular facility, we'll have outreach people to come check on you and make sure you're safe and guide you through these steps. I know you can do it. God don't make no jump. Let's get on top of our game and get on our bike and get to moving. Society's waiting for you, bro. Let's go. And that motivation and that push might be just enough to get them out of chronic homeless to try, because somebody believes in them. So that's all I try to do is, hopefully give them the steps to help them.
I love that suggestion. Very often here at the library, we leave the doors open to all. As long as you don't disrupt, you can come in the library, and often there are people that are in that situation that just need to go and be somewhere warm and somewhere where they feel safe, and where they might use the restroom or what have you. And the library's been like that. All libraries should be.
Nice. Yeah.
Like that for years.
A safe, sabbatical place to get your head together.
Right. And that's so important. Sometimes you be in that noise in that street, and that you build up that defense, but you just need to just quiet space, be quiet. Let me figure out what the heck is going on here.
True.
The film, how long did it take to do the film?
Probably 3 weeks. Part was done in Queens, New York, and the other half was done in Miami. So we're showing in different geographical situations. Same situation, just different areas. So the warm climate, they have a different situation. They have different problems as opposed to the cold climate areas. We got to deal with the coats, the blankets and things of that nature. Warm climate, they have to deal with hygiene products and trying to keep cool and keeping their clothes clean because they sweat a lot, so they have to keep clean linen and clean clothes and things of that nature. But they're basically all going through the same thing, financial resources and a game plan.
If you just checking in, I'm speaking with my brother Yusef White. We're talking about a film, American Immigration?
American Immigrants.
Yeah.
It's going to be on Tubi in January.
Oh, awesome. And we're talking about currently right now, the homeless situation, just dealing with folks that may not be in the best situation, and it could be family members too, that are going through tough times, or or somebody that you don't know every day. If you live in, in an urban area, you more than likely come across somebody that's homeless or that's outside, and I think that especially around this time of year, folks are going through tough times and may not know how to cope, so they just do whatever, like you say, and and we try to give them some guidance, because that's what Yusef does, not for the fact of wanting he cares about it, and he cares how he is in line with what the higher power wants.
That's right.
It'll
give you the high pro glow, boy.
Yeah, whoever that is for you, that, what I'm saying? And so that part is, I've been in those situations where it gives you joy, and it helps you get through the day, because sometimes it's tough to keep a sane mind in this world as it is, like there's all kinds of things going on, taking care of your kids, taking care of your job, doing, your personal stuff that you need to do. There's a lot of things, and in certain situations, it's not built for you to win. It's just not built for you to win. Let's be honest about this,
That's true.
And so, there are services that are available in New York City. Don't think that you need to take this on your own. Let professionals help. But the human touch is the human touch. I don't necessarily have to call a cop to help me out of every situation. The
agencies, New York City is the #1 spot for getting your life back in order. They have several agencies to help in any area that you need to get your life back in order, get your affairs back in order. They'll help you with your rental assistance. They'll give you food. If you need mental health, they'll help you with mental health. If you need drug treatment, they'll help you with that. And, you know, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. And then there's a positive support system that are people that are doing the right thing, that are positive, that you can reach out to, and they know a positive person trying to need help, and they'll help you.
I know that recently I saw you at the 500 Men event in Brooklyn, and I know that, you know, working with other partners is key to also, you know, just gathering resources. You know, we gather resources from wherever we get it from, or, you know, it might be from, I might get it from you, and you might get it from me, or it might be an organization, or it might be whatever it is. Can you give us an idea of maybe an organization that could be helpful for people that are watching right now?
500 Men, just like you said, Black Panthers organization, my local masjid in North New Jersey, Masjid Rahman. I'm very close with Do It All from Lords of the Underground. He's a councilman member now, so he's been giving me different avenues and different agencies to help his city. And, you know, just local church organizations. If you reach out, they'll reach back out and ask you what is it that you need and how we can help. Like I said, a closed mouth doesn't get fed, and they know my intentions is to help those less fortunate than myself.
Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man. When is the film drop again? Is it out now, or is it coming to January?
It's out, excuse me, it's coming out in January on Tubi, and we have a trailer on YouTube under Ken Miles Films, and you can check out the trailer. Very interesting and very riveting and very emotionally human intense. So take a look and leave a comment. We greatly appreciate it.
All right, thank you, brother. And follow Yusef41 on Instagram.
Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. You know what happens, you know, it's funny, when you type in your name, Instagram tries to correct it or whatever they feel is correct, and they make it YU instead of
Instead of Yusuf. That's right.
Who said that?
The devil works hard, boy, but we work harder. All right, I love you, Uncle Ralph. I greatly appreciate you having me on, man. Yeah. And keep the good work up. You're an archive in the community, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for joining
us.
Sir. Queens Public Library, Ralph McDaniels, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about these two books. And don't forget about Barbito's book. It's called New book out for kids. Big up to Barbito Garcia and Noel Hankin. It's called After Dark. If you remember the clubs like Leviticus and all those clubs back in the 80s, those hard bottom clubs. You had to wear hard bottoms when you went there. That's what they're talking about in that right there. All right. One love, everybody. Have a great day.
One love. God bless everybody. Stay safe and happy holidays.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.